Do you have trouble falling asleep, or staying awake during the day? If you do, you're not alone. In a 2015 study by the National Sleep Foundation, they found 1/4 of Americans that have chronic pain also have sleep disorders. That's 12.5 million people. And that's not even including those who have substandard sleep or an undiagnosed sleep disorder. When it comes to chronic pain, a lack of sleep impairs our brain's natural ability to relieve pain and how well our brain can cope and process pain. You might be familiar with this cycle of pain impacting your quality of sleep and then the lack of sleep heightening your experience of pain. It can be very frustrating. The good news is we can break this cycle and over time use the relationship between quality sleep and chronic pain to our benefit. Better quality sleep equals less sensitivity to pain. And that's where sleep hygiene comes into play. Sleep hygiene consists of sustainable behaviors and routines that promote long-term, better quality sleep. There's a long list of sleep hygiene practices, and some may be more impactful for one person than another. So instead of being overwhelmed by this list, think of it as a list of possibilities that could lead you to better sleep. Some sleep hygiene practices are going to bed at the same time at night. Get out of bed at the same time in the morning. Avoid looking at electronics 30 minutes before bed. Keep your daytime naps under 20 minutes. Avoid caffeine 5 hours before bed. Incorporate some exercise into your day. Do not work from bed. And if you wake up in the night, get out of bed after 20 minutes to do a quiet activity. And that's not even all of them. So how can you use sleep hygiene in a way that is realistic to your life? None of us are able to do an overhaul of all of our behavior around sleep in a day, a week, or even several months. Set the expectation that changing your behavior and using sleep hygiene practices will take time. You will need to experiment which sleep hygiene practices are most helpful to you, and then develop a plan on how you will stay consistent with them. Start with one you think would be the easiest to stick with. For instance, if you wake up normally between 8 a.m. and 8:30 every morning, you might start with locking down a consistent 8:15 wake-up time. That would be an adjustment, but an accessible one, and you would be checking the box of waking up at the same time every morning. Think of small, sustainable changes, one at a time. Remember, these adjustments towards better quality sleep are like a marathon, not a sprint. Start with an adjustment that would be easy, and over time you will be able to make changes you thought you would never be able to make. You will sleep better to feel less pain. You may also check with your doctor about getting a sleep exam if you experience restless leg syndrome, snoring, or you fall asleep at unusual times. While sleep hygiene practices are important for everyone, with these other symptoms, you may have a sleep disorder that requires a medication or a medical device. Trouble falling asleep is very frustrating. With sleep hygiene practices, you can over time develop better quality sleep and less pain.